God bless America. I will vote for Donald Trump. I will vote.
Raise your hands, come on.
For Donald Trump.
Dale cintura, 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 cintura.
I will vote for Donald Trump. I will vote for Donald Trump.
Let's do it. Latino for Trump.
I will vote
Yeah.
for Donald Trump.
Bueno, señoras y señores, everybody, let's sing this song, everybody, together, okay? I need you loud, loud, because I want you Trump. Hear that song, okay? Again. Yo quiero que todo el mundo lo cante fuerte.
Yes, and Latinos are regretting their votes and big time. This is just crazy. This is just crazy because it is a poll that they recently did, and he is minus 34 approval rate with Latino people. So Latinos are regretting their votes and a big time and a big numbers. And stay towards the end because this video is gonna be really interesting. I'm tired of the dancing that I was doing there. I will vote for Donald Trump. And you guys, it doesn't happen to you that every time that you hear that music, it's like it gets stuck in your head. It's like that's one of my favorite jams. That exactly song, and I just love it. Okay, don't forget to drop a like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Help us to support liberal media, subscribing to my channel and giving a like. The MAGA nuts have all the subscribers, all the likes, and all the comments. So help us to support liberal media, subscribing to my channel towards the end because it's gonna get really interesting. Of course, I'm gonna be commenting during the video, in the middle of the video, towards the end of this video. Definitely I'm gonna give you my opinion about it, but enjoy this video because they prepared you a really good video, so stay towards the end.
You told me that you voted for President Trump in 2024. Do you regret that decision? ¿Te arrepientes esa decisión?
Yes, 100%.
Why do you regret that decision?
That's because it's nothing that's true. It's not true. You know, and the first time he says something, and now, example, in the Latino people, we see everything is different. And the first time example, he say he go to catch the delincuentes. Criminals, yeah. And right now, he don't follow to criminals. He go to specific to Latino people. Why Latino people? Because in the last Saturday, example, behind to me, I see the white people, the black people, and some people, Indian people, and Chinese people, and me. The DHS come specific to me and catch to me. Not other people. Because don't care to other people. Specific Latino people.
Latinos are the worst racists I have known, and you criticize the Americans for being racist. Who are the ones shouting the most in this country to kick out undocumented Latinos from here? The Americans know. The same Latinos who already have papers.
The Latino vote, what are we seeing among the polls there?
Yeah, what are we seeing? You know, one of the big shifts in 2024 from 2020 was that shift towards Donald Trump, right? Immigration played a key role in that. I want to start off with Latinos on Trump and immigration. You know, back a year ago, what did we see on the issue of immigration? Latino voters trusted Kamala Harris more than Donald Trump, but by just 2 points. 1, 2. Look now at Donald Trump's net approval rating on immigration among Latinos. He is 38 points underwater. That is a 36-point shift, essentially, from where we were a year ago on immigration. Kamala Harris and Donald Trump are basically tied on the issue of immigration. And now on the issue of immigration, Latinos despise, hate Donald Trump, 38 points underwater. In their mind, he is doing something absolutely wrong when it comes to immigration.
What about the Latino vote overall?
What about the Latino vote overall? All right, how do Latinos feel about Donald Trump overall? Let's take a look here. This, I think, sort of gives the game away. Yeah, oh my goodness. I mean, that is the phrase of the day. Trump's net approval rating among Latinos. In early February, again, he was just 2 points underwater. Look at where he is now. Late October, minus 34 points. 34 points underwater. A shift of 32 points over the course of this year. I should point out this is the CBS News YouGov poll, but I was looking at the Averager polls. I was looking at our own poll. Very similar shift. 20, 25, 30-point shifts on the net approval rating away from Donald Trump among Latinos overall. Again, whatever Donald Trump is doing in office, in the minds of Latinos, it is not working. They have turned against him in massive, massive numbers.
This message is for black women. Black women, I'm sorry that 54% of men that look like me voted against you. I'm sorry that my community is so involved and raveled in this proximity to whiteness because of colonialism. I'm sorry that so many in the Latino community are colorist and anti-black. I'm sorry that as black women, you are underappreciated, undervalued. I'm sorry that you have to be twice as good just to be considered. I'm sorry that I, as a Latino man, could not do more to ensure that my community saw the value in the black women. I'm sorry that more than 95% of you did the right thing, and too many of people that look like me didn't. But most of all, I'm sorry that our black women had to be that great to even be considered, and yet lost to a twice impeached 34-count felony, racist, misogynist, homophobic, sexist white men. Because the proximity to whiteness is greater. I'm sorry that machismo won, but I promise you that this is not where we put our heads down. This is where we roll our sleeves up. And as a Latino man, I promise to try and educate my community to do better. I'm sorry.
Do I regret voting for Donald Trump? 100,000 times yes. The mass deportation that is happening, I mean, the unconstitutional rights that are happening, all of the AI bills that are being signed right now. I mean, I can go on and on. The banning of different countries from coming into America, that was my last straw. And I think a lot of people who voted for Donald Trump also say the same thing.
I have to say, I'm not going to lie. It absolutely baffles me that you voted for someone and you never looked at his first term. If you did look into his first term before voting for him, you would see that all the things that you were complaining about, he enacted in his first term. You would also see that he ran on the exact things that you're complaining about.
To the Latinos that voted for him, you will never, and I repeat, never be white. You will never be accepted as one of them, and you certainly are not exempt from the racism that is this racist-ass regime. When that lady put in her post, alligators' lives matter, and she mentioned a number, that number being 65 million. Do you know how many Latinos are in the United States? Approximately 65 million, according to the U.S. Census Bureau. Approximately 60-plus million people. So guess what? They weren't just talking about the illegal immigrants, because data actually says that there are 10 to about 12 illegal, undocumented folks in the United States. They're talking about you. They're talking about people like us.
And colorism and straight racism have been part of the Latino community for a really, really long time. For me, that I'm Afro-Latina, I had to tell you that I feel racism few times, okay, from the Latino community, and I know they are racist towards Black Americans too, but they voted because of hate. They voted against their own rights, and now they are paying the consequences for it. I don't know how they can just even tolerate that they do those things that they are doing to our brothers and sisters, Hispanic people, that they are just separating families. They are in the more cruel way, because people is not having a due process. They are deporting people that doesn't even have criminal records. They are just doing because they just want to be racist. And the first guy that he voted for Trump, and he just saying, oh, it was other people, it was white people, it was Asian people, it was Indian people, and ICE came just to me. Yes, because this is a racist regime. They told you mass deportations. And he just also was saying that they are not going against criminals. We all know that it's not about criminality. The undocumented people commit way less more crime. The USA citizens, way less, okay, because they know the condition that they have. They cannot misbehave, because then they're gonna get deported. So just having these people being so racist toward you for something the Latino community voted for is just simply unbelievable. And yes, and Donald Trump being minus 34 in the Latino community. Okay, the approval, the net approval, that means economy, immigration, it means job, it means everything. Okay, net approval and all the things that they asked for it is minus 34. Okay, so this is crazy. Okay, I'm glad that the Latino community is finally waking up. They lost in our way to and I don't have to include myself, because I didn't. I voted for Kamala. I never can pronounce her name. Kamala, I believe it is. And I think I'm not sure if I did it right. Still, Kamala, I believe it is. I voted for Kamala, and in our way to be troll and being racist, we lost our biggest allies, that is the Black community. Yes, stay towards the end, because this video is gonna be really interesting.
For those that don't know, the Supreme Court ruled Monday for the Trump administration and agreed U.S. immigration agents may stop and detain anyone they suspect in the U.S. illegally based on little more than working at a gas station, at a restaurant, at a car wash, speaking Spanish, or having brown skin. That is all they need. If you speak Spanish or have brown skin, you are in danger. My family's in danger. And we have to step up. We have to be the change. We have to spread the word. Make sure to keep your family as safe as you can. Let them be informed. And that's the best that we can do.
And I do hope that all you Latinos for Trump never have a day of peace now that the Supreme Court has made it legal for ICE to stop you based on your race. Because some of you are darker than me. Some of you look more paisa than me. And I hope you get stopped. And I hope you get frisked. I hope that in some cases, some people have shown their IDs, their real IDs and stuff like that. And the ICE officers should say that this is fake. And they apprehend them anyways. I hope that happens to every last one of you. I hate you.
Latinos for Trump, it is time to embrace the consequences of your actions. I've always been a firm believer of fighting fire with fire. If somebody goes low, I'll go lower. Now, with that being said, I know for a fact that most Latinos for Trump have undocumented family members, whether that be their parents, siblings, aunts, uncles, etc. So if you know of a Latino who voted for Trump, I urge you to call this number and report said family members. It's time that these Latinos for Trump get a taste of their own medicine and a taste of poetic justice. Now, I know what you may be thinking, Angel, this is extreme, and I agree. But extreme problems call for extreme solutions. And unfortunately, many innocent people are going to be affected by this, but you can't be that innocent if you raised a Latino for Trump. And before all of the Latinos for Trump come at me all angry, this is what you wanted. This is what you voted for. You should be happy. Let me see that smile.
So, there was a poll that came out today that said that 1 in every 5 Latinos that voted for Trump now regret their vote. Sometimes I read shit like this and I think to myself, did you really need a damn poll for that? Do these people live in such a bubble that they need somebody to tell them there are people out there that are regretting their votes? There are people out there that's pissed off. It's like they live in a whole nother country, but still in the same country. Now, I'm not Latino, and I can't speak for any Latino people or anything like that. But I do know this. From the stuff that I've been seeing and the messages that people have been sending me, it's more than regret. People are pissed off. They are upset. They feel let down, and I can't blame them. But there's still a significant amount of people who don't regret their vote. So it's really just so much about a matter of perspective. And to be honest with you, we just gonna have to see how this all work out at the end.
You voted for Trump. How do you feel now?
Horrible. Horrible.
What did you vote for?
I voted for change, but I didn't vote for this change.
Su nombre. Daisy Salvador. Daisy, ¿usted está aquí por su esposo? Por mi esposo que fue detenido ahora injustamente.
A proud President Trump supporting family in Diamond Bar.
Election time was here. I had a full 3-4 flags out.
Even while their mom faces immigration questions.
3 separate Latinos for Trump families, okay? 3 separate families, all in which the spouse is now sitting in an ICE detention center waiting deportation. All of these spouses that are in these ICE detention centers were seeking legal status and were picked up at their appointments. And I didn't know how to even make this video because I had so many to choose from. I only was able to pick 3, or else the video of me showing these families would have been so long that I would have gotten a copyright strike, okay? When I tell you that this is not a new thing, that this is not a scarce thing, this is happening all across the country, these families who have decided that they were going to put their support behind Donald Trump, and now one of the mothers or fathers is facing deportation, even though they were trying to do it the legal way, and they're sitting there asking themselves, what the fuck happened? I thought Donald Trump was only supposed to deport the criminals. We tried telling you that that meant everyone to the Republicans. He's picked up American citizens, okay, and detained them for 24 plus hours. I don't know what you guys wanted. We told you this would happen. It's very tragic. I had an archive, a huge archive of this. I could only pick 3. There's so many. Anyways, my name is Mercedes Chandler. Give me a follow or you won't see my face again. Thank you. Goodbye.
Hola familia, aquí con ustedes, haciendo este.
So for all the English-speaking people that are watching this, watch this video. Basically, the guy is talking about his experiences living in a neighborhood filled with other Trump supporters. He wanted his fucking kids to play with the other Trump supporters, but guess what? They don't want his kids to play with their kids because their kids are Hispanic. To the point where they're going to scare the kids off by shooting guns in the air. But this is what you wanted. This is what y'all picked. So don't complain and don't fucking bitch. This is what you fucking chose. So shut the fuck up. Get the fuck out of my face.
All right, remember this post. A Latino man who voted for Trump lives across the street from a white Trump supporter. His kids wanted to go play with the Trump supporters' kids. The white guy comes out, tell him, get the hell out of here. Pulls out a pew-pew, blasts it in the air, tell him, your kind basically are not welcome over here. And now the guy's posting his videos on the internet complaining about it. No, don't complain. Those are your people now. Trumpers are yours. Fuck out of here.
The fact that so many Latino men voted for Trump this election is embarrassing and pathetic. Trump won 54% of Latino male voters this election compared to 36% in 2020. This is the same man who ran a campaign on wanting to round up Latinos, is calling for the largest deportation operation in American history, recently had a speaker at his rally call Puerto Rico trash and wants to end birthright citizenship for the children of undocumented immigrants. Like, do y'all really seek white validation that badly, or does the machismo in you really stop you from voting for a woman?
American that's having trouble with this. I am sorry I voted for him. I regret it with all my heart. I feel like I've enabled this monster to destroy democracy, destroy everything that is good in this country.
We've got a very crazy man driving the train, and he's going to kill this country.
And Anthony, are you voting a straight up and down Democratic ticket?
Not only there, I am actually for the very first time contributing across the board, across the country. And I've never, ever written a check or spent any money on anything political because I'm afraid. I'm afraid.
I've been a lifelong Republican since the day I turned 18. For the first time in my life, I'm going to vote a straight Democratic ticket. Is if they're connected to Donald Trump, they are not connected to me.
So you now are no longer a Republican?
I am not, no.
Because of Donald Trump?
Because of Donald Trump. It was no longer the party that I joined. It's morphed into something that's almost unrecognizable.
You were a lifelong Republican.
Right.
If somebody had told you, say 15 years ago, that you are preparing to vote a straight up and down Democratic ticket in the midterms, you would have said what to them?
Oh, it's crazy. Yeah.
So why are you now doing it?
To see Republicans not stand up to him, and the ones that do are just quitting.
I just think there's no values left anymore. There should be values. We have no values. He doesn't have any values. I thought he had values.
No, I'm definitely voting Democrat. I've been knocking on doors. I got a clipboard.
You're even canvassing.
I am canvassing for a Democrat
That's
in
how
Wyoming.
strongly you feel.
I believe hardly anything the president says, but I do believe he's a...
This panel of people that voted for Trump and now they're regretting their votes. You have all kinds of people there, okay? And these people is highly educated. I have to make a video of some of the MAGA nuts still support Trump. Even when the Epstein files are coming out, still with all the things, all the emails, everything, still some people they still deep on the cult. So I'm gonna make a video of that, okay, guys? But at these people, it seems like they are highly educated and they know what they are talking about, and they are definitely regretting their votes for Donald Trump.
Supposedly 60% of Hispanics voted for Donald Trump, and I'm gonna say, fuck you. Fuck you. You're going to realize in January that you are not the chosen one. You are not that close to whiteness. And you're going to find out that this Project 2025 is absolutely going to affect you. And I can't wait. I guess I can't wait. It's going to happen inevitably. We can try to fight as much as we can, but why should I fight for you? See, I'm in a position that I can move anywhere that I want to. Unfortunately, my husband keeps me hostage in Florida. But honestly, if we wanted to pick up and move, we can. We're financially able. Most people can't. They're not in that position for them to financially leave their place, go to a blue state if they wanted to, or live in a different country. You will be stuck here with Donald Trump's policies, which will affect your children. It's going to affect your children, especially if your children have IEPs. He wants to dismantle education. If you're a black person, he's going to make sure that they don't teach black history. Y'all motherfuckers lost your mind. Who the hell do you think you are? And I'm thinking of Latinos. They took fucking history of Latino culture, of African American history. What about the LGBTQ? Some of those motherfuckers voted for Trump too. He don't like you. They're trying to do away with you. Listen, 81% of the uneducated voted for Trump. Trump has told you he loves the uneducated because you are easily manipulated. And I don't even have any words for the people that are pro-Palestine and voted for Jill Stein because they're trying to make a point. Your ass is going to find out when Israel takes over fucking Palestine. And blame yourself. Don't say blame Kamala. Blame your goddamn self. You sound like a fucking fool every time you say some shit like that. I am mad at everybody. And I am very mad at the Democrats that stayed home. They were not motivated to go to the polls as well. Now, something does not sound right about this election at all. This shit does not make sense. And I hope that we come to find out before there's an inauguration. But this shit is too weird the way that it's playing out. And if it's really playing out like this, then it tells me that men are ready not for a woman president because y'all motherfuckers are misogynistic as hell and y'all racist as hell. And that, I think we already know. Anyway, calm down. Breathe in, breathe out. You guys have a blessed day.
And before y'all start some form or sort of Latin, negativity train, I want y'all to understand it's 50% of who was able to vote, not 50% of Latin people, period. A lot of people here are not able to vote, okay? And there's some Mexicans that identify as Latin, some don't. But I'm speaking for, the ones, it's just 50% of who was able to vote. A lot of people here were not born here. They're coming here. Their children are born here and they're not old enough to vote yet. So before you go out into the world with a chip on your shoulder regarding Latin people, understand it's 50% of who showed up and voted, not all 50% of Latin people, period. Y'all got that confused. You got it backwards. And I want to come on and clear that up. Like I said, I gave y'all the space to speak and say what you felt, get your emotions out the way. Now it's time for facts, okay? Not everybody agrees with what happened. So don't be going to work. Don't be going to establishments talking about you don't like Mexicans. You don't like whoever else. Because like I said, and I'm going to keep repeating it, it's 50% of who showed up and was able to vote.
I want to talk about the conversation surrounding the election result turnout. And one of the conversations is dealing with the Latino vote. And I want to address this because I really feel like it's necessary for people to understand why certain communities vote the way they vote. Part of the reason why I don't like the conversation surrounding the Latino vote is because it implies that all Latinos are the same. Latinos are not the same. There will always be a third of Latinos that side with white supremacists because, in the words of Ada Rodriguez,
because we got our own white people.
There will always be Latinos that believe that they gain more from siding with white supremacists, even if those white supremacists would deport them and their family members for speaking Spanish, for daring to look too brown, for having a surname like Santiago. They're just people in the Latino community that will never fucking learn. So you will always see a third of Latinos voting for Republicans, regardless of how racist the candidate might be. But I want to talk specifically about this vote right here. This is the New York City mayoral race. The blue vote is Mamdani. The gray vote is Cuomo. The red vote is Curtis Siwa. And if you notice in the Latino vote, it's almost split down the middle with Latino women. And Latino men, 52%, meaning the majority of them voted for Mamdani. I want to explain this number because I feel like it's necessary to add context to why the race was so close. Even though Mamdani won the Latino vote in New York and amongst both men and women, it was extremely close. And anyone looking at this can see that Cuomo definitely performed well with Latino voters. It was, pretty much the Latino women vote resembled the white women vote. And the white women also voted for Mamdani also. But I can only speak for the Latino community because I'm surrounded by Latinos in my family. I'm going to speak specifically for New York Puerto Ricans in the city. In the other communities, they can speak for themselves. But I can tell you from the Puerto Rican experience why a lot of Puerto Ricans would have voted for Cuomo over Mamdani. There's a thing that I want people to really take into account when having this conversation surrounding the Latino vote in New York City and why it was almost split. Why Latino men and women seemingly almost split the vote between Cuomo and Mamdani. I want people to know that it has nothing to do with Mamdani. A lot of these people don't even know Mamdani, but they know Cuomo. And they remember what Cuomo did. Specifically, Puerto Ricans remember what Cuomo did for the island when he was governor of New York, when Maria hit the island. And Trump, in his first administration, didn't want to send funds to the island. I was one of those people that implored people to vote against Cuomo because I don't believe he is the anti-Trump that he pretends to be. But I understand why a lot of Puerto Ricans were willing to vote for him in the city. I participated in a lot of fundraisers, specifically at my job with the Puerto Ricans at my job, that were trying to figure out a way to ensure that Puerto Ricans on the island receive resources. And a lot of these efforts were organized by Cuomo's administration and politicians, Puerto Rican politicians in the state of New York. Anyone that knows me, they know that I'm not a big fan of Bethany Frankel, but one of the things that I applaud that lady for is what she did for the island. When the island was struggling, she would do so many fundraisers to ensure that resources got to the island. And Cuomo, when he was governor, did the exact same thing. I want people to understand, when it comes to the New York mayoral race, where the choices were between Cuomo and Mamdani, it's not just as black and white as these Latinos were so afraid of socialism. That's some of the Latinos. But for a lot of Puerto Ricans, the conversations that they are having are surrounding them remembering what Cuomo did for the island when Trump didn't want to do anything. Again, it has nothing to do with Mamdani. I think people need to really start taking a step back and asking why this happened the way it happened. And I know specifically, speaking with a lot of Puerto Ricans in New York City, that that's the reason why they supported Cuomo. It has nothing to do with Mamdani or him being a socialist and being afraid of socialism. Because a lot of the people that voted for Cuomo, they don't really fear socialism. If Cuomo would not have run, they would have most likely supported Mamdani. If it was anyone but Cuomo, say Eric Adams was running for re-election, they would have supported Mamdani. But because it was Cuomo and they remember everything that Cuomo did for them when the island needed people to do things for them the most because the Trump administration didn't want to act, they remember that. That's what they're holding on to.
My legal brother-in-law was detained by us.
Oh, I'm so sorry. This is exactly why so many of us are protesting right now. This is exactly why so many of us have been speaking up for over a year about what kind of policies Trump would enact. The rhetoric he uses to describe any sort of immigrant,
they're poisoning the blood of our country. That's
is racist and inhumane before he was elected and now.
The largest deportation operation in the history of the United States. We will close the border.
We didn't want this. Oh, but you and your family did. This is someone you're close to, right? You're her best friend's daughter's sister or something? Doesn't matter, you obviously support her because she stitched your video begging for TikTok's help. And you commented, and someone else commented, you voted for Trump. And Hot Mess Express, your sister's daughter's cousins, whatever, said she did. But y'all don't want to make it about politics. This isn't about politics. This is about TikTok views and getting TikTok's help. Yet y'all are posting this kind of stuff.
Yo, whoever is running the official ICE Gulf account on Instagram, they need a raise. He's a dapper young man with a bold haircut.
Making fun of immigrants who are detained by ICE? That's someone's son. People being detained by ICE isn't so funny anymore, is it? He's legal though. Why is this happening to you? This is why it's happening to you. This is what your fellow MAGA is saying. They're scared of the propaganda your president that you voted for is pushing. They're scared of your brother-in-law. Don't worry, Rissa, I'll tag you because I am. This is the messaging behind your brother-in-law. These are your people. Maybe they can help. Where have you been? Where was your outrage for all the other people who were detained by ICE illegally? Where was your outrage when people who also had pregnant wives at home missing the births of their children were sitting in El Salvadorian prisons, or still are? Where's your outrage for the children? Where's your outrage for this woman who lost her baby in ICE custody because of the lack of prenatal care? Unfortunately, you're not the only one. Unfortunately, when we are protesting, we are fighting for you and your family's rights too. So I better see you at the next one. I better see you regretting your vote. I better see you standing up and condemning Trump's action. He never planned on just targeting the Mexican-American border. This has always been about racism. I know you and your family can't understand that, but maybe you'll have some empathy for your brother-in-law and that niece or nephew of yours, because their future also won't be great in this country as long as racists rule.
This is the thing. I told you guys that I used to be a history teacher. When I heard the story for the first time, or I studied the story of the Nazis, okay, in Germany, I always asked myself how that was possible. How it was possible that they arrest Jewish, that they did all these things to Jewish people. And the other people didn't react, didn't defend them, didn't do anything about it. It's because we dehumanize people. We say the others, and any marginalized group the regime want to marginalize, it seems like a less of the person, less of the human, and that's how they can do all the things that they do. Okay, so these people, they were voting for Donald Trump, and their spouses were maybe legal residents, or maybe they were straight up illegal, okay, because it happened, a few of them, like this guy that was married to this Peruvian lady, and I think she was illegal or in the process of fixing her paperwork in immigration or something like that. And he just thought that when they say massive deportation, it didn't include his spouse. Okay, this is the point that we are, okay, where they believe the other people is what they're gonna get mass deported, and they have at home a person that is illegal, or somehow the person that they have at home, that's not gonna get deported. It's only gonna get deported other people. And that's how the Germans got to do all the things that they did. Okay, all the concentration camps, all those things had to be because you dehumanize the other person. And when you dehumanize somebody, it doesn't go into your body like an alert, okay, that you have to kind of act and do something. Well, you guys are gonna tell me FAFO for the Latinos, they truly did that to themselves, okay? And it is like incredible. It is I don't know how they can do that to themselves. And now with the Supreme Court telling us that they can racially profile people, the Latino people are paying a really high cost for their vote in these past elections, and everybody can see it. So that's why Donald Trump is -34 in the overall approval in the Latino community.
Hey everybody, I'm so sick of hearing these people saying they regret their votes. Now that ICE is in North Charlotte, North Carolina, Latino man, he on the news talking about he regret his vote 100%, that he voted for Trump. He regret it now, since they're being targeted in Charlotte, North Carolina. He regret it. I don't even feel sorry for their asses. I don't. Not for the ones that pulled the lever for Trump. I'm so sick of them talking about it, because it's too goddamn late. It's too fucking late. Nobody wants to hear your sorries, your pities. See, because now it affected you, your friends, your family members. Now you're sorry for your vote. Oh, come on with that shit.
Our Mexican brothers and sisters, our Latinos, our Hispanics, are they happy that their brothers and sisters are getting deported? I mean, are they like, oh, more work for us? Because why is it only white people and black people standing up for the people getting deported? When I see these rallies or these protests, I don't see any well-documented Hispanics, Mexicans, or Latinos out there helping. Do y'all hate each other? I personally think they got duped when Trump started talking about religion and Christianity. You know, they go crazy for that stuff. Like crazy. Catholics? Come on. Crazy.
So it was already bad. The system was already messed up. Biden sucked. And Biden is the reason we're here. And that's another thing that we got to be honest about. And Schumer and these people are Pelosi. They're part of the reason we're here too. And we need to be honest about all of that. We need to organize and not play with blinders. Oh, it's only, no, It's not just Trump, right? When Trump say Democrats suck, people hear that because it's true.
Yeah.
Right? That it's true. And the thing is like, that's why Black American voters are so smart. They're not fooled by that, right? Yeah, Biden sucks. Kamala may is good, but this guy is represents white supremacy in full tilt.
Yeah.
Right? Latinos, for some reason, because some of us have lost our mind, never thought about that, and now we've put ourselves in that predicament. So I'm about calling it out every single chance I get.
Well,
and you can't take that away from me.
This is astonishing right here. So 54% of Latino male voters voted for Trump, and 37% of Latino women voted for Trump. The people who they at their rallies are talking bad about, and we sticking up for him, and they like him more than we do. You can't make this shit up, man. 54% of Latino men and 37% of Latino women voted for Trump, and we sticking up for them because they bad mouthing them at their rallies and their commercials. This shit is unreal, man. This shit is fucking unreal. What the fuck has happened to y'all people, man? For real. What happened to y'all, man? What y'all think y'all finna get out this motherfucker? What do y'all think y'all finna get? Like, seriously. 54% of Latino men voted for Trump. The same people who we trying to stand up for like Trump more than we do. And 37% of women, Latino women. Are you fucking kidding me, man? Are you fucking kidding me, man? What the fuck he's gonna do to help y'all? Man, that is crazy, man. That's Jesus Christ, man. What the Republicans have put in these people's head to make these people think they on their side. What? And I hope every last one of you motherfuckers who voted for him, I hope he deport y'all ass too. Because he coming after y'all. He is coming after y'all. He already said at his rally, 13 million people getting deported. And you think you're not going to be one of them? Shit sad, man. When a whole group of people, man, who's so fucking uneducated, man. We fighting, we standing up for them, and they're not even standing up for themselves, man. 54% of Latino men. 37% of Latino women. Stop it, man. That don't even make no fucking sense, man.
And I guess Latino people, they are not equipped to recognize when you see a white supremacist group like it's MAGA. Okay, people in the Latino community cannot understand how things here in the United States work. Okay, I think they believe that they are in their own countries. They believe that they are pale skin. They believe that they have some privilege. They believe that they want to vote according to proximity to whiteness, and they are not understanding, okay, what is in play right now. Okay, what is in play is democracy. What is in play is human rights. What is in play is freedom. Okay, and it's just so surprising what this I vote for Donald Trump. I love my freedom. And you are losing your freedom voting for Donald Trump. We don't longer have the right to get proper processing, forgot the word, processing, that's what it's called, court processing, before you get deported. So when you just don't have proper procedures when someone get deported, no presenting themselves in front of the judge before they get deported, USA citizens can get deported. Okay, and yes, and we are losing our rights. We are losing our rights in this regime. And Latinos, okay, finally, you wake up. Welcome to planet Earth. Welcome to the United States of America. Welcome to the place that you just have to defend your freedom, because you put us all in this situation right now when people is getting deported without due process. Okay, this is where we are right now because of Latinos for Trump. And I hope that you are enjoying this economy that we have. We have 3% more inflation than what we had during Biden. They just keep saying that the prices of food are getting lower, but I don't know where it's lower, because in my Walmart, my closest Walmart, the prices are still super high. Coffee is like all the way to the roof. Meat, red meat is all the way to the roof. It is incredible. I used to pay $3.99 for ground beef. Now I pay $7.99. Thank you, Latinos for Trump, okay? If you voted for the economy. Latinos for Trump. You voted for Trump for the economy. ¿Cómo me les va? Okay, ¿cómo me les va? How you guys doing? Okay, because now with these prices, we just can hardly... And the Orange Buffon, this is the thing. The Orange Buffon, a couple of days ago, he say, oh, I'm gonna suspend the tariff in some products like coffee, meat, for we can have cheaper products. So he recognized thank you for his tariff. We have an increase in price in the grocery store and the things that we buy in groceries. The inflation is all the way to the roof, and that is thank you to Latinos for Trump. Bravo, Latinos for Trump. You accomplished so much. You lost your rights, and then you put the economy in shambles at the same time. Congratulations, okay? Thank you guys for staying towards the end of this video. Please don't forget giving a like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Help us to support liberal media. What are you waiting for? If you have not subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? This is the time, this is the moment to subscribe to my channel. Guys, take care of yourself. Bye-bye.